Hey guys, my name's Gary, grateful recovering alcoholic and drug addict. A couple things going on here. Today is I lost my son Brandon Brown to an accidental fentanyl overdose September 20th of last year. And today he would be 28 years old. Today's his birthday. So I'm a little bit heavy-hearted, but I feel good today. I feel positive. I'm honoring him by just thinking about, good memories and funny times. And I would make him laugh when he was a kid. Like, we would go through a drive-through, and I would, fuck with the lady, taking the order. And he would laugh so fucking hard, man. I could get him to laugh. Like when he was pissed at me or something, and we'd go through a drive-through, and all I had to do was just crack a joke and with the lady at the drive-through, and he would just bust up laughing. And somebody sent me something of his. He was an artist, and he was doing entertainment stuff on YouTube and stuff like that, and comedy stuff. And the last thing I heard, somebody sent me something on one of these social media things, one of his buddies, how he was ordering takeout during the pandemic, and he was fucking with the lady, and it was hilarious, man. It made me crack up laughing, and I listened to it, and I thought, he learned that from me. And it makes me happy, So he learned some funny things and some good things, and he learned some not so good things from me. But my son was an addict just like I was, and just like I am now. But I'm recovering. Next month I'll have a year on May 20th. And that'll be the biggest fucking year I ever take, man, because it was hard going through the loss of my son. I had the day I had 4 months sober, I found out he lost his life that day. So the other thing that's been going on is I've been on this Mr. Rogers kick. So Easter, I posted something on Mr. Rogers because I was watching him. There was an interview on Charlie Rose, and I grew up with Mr. Rogers, and anybody who grew up with Mr. Rogers, he had to leave you with something, and I mean, he was teaching principles and morals and kindness and love, from as long as I can remember. I mean, I grew up watching him from the age of whatever age you can start watching TV. I grew up in the 60s and 70s, and I was born in 66, so I started watching TV probably around 67, 68, 69. And, man, that was such a great interview. And I was thinking, so somebody posted something on my thing, hey, watch the thing on YouTube with him, when he sits in front of Congress. And I don't know what he was doing. I think he was asking for maybe some money for more public television for children or something like that. But he does this poem at the end, and he talks about how girls grow up to be ladies and boys grow up to be men. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, we live in such a confusing world these days, and it used to be so simple. And I'm not, without passing judgment, because that's not what I'm doing, but it is confusing today. There's so many different things that are different, and to try to walk through the world today and not have an opinion or pass judgment on that stuff it can be very complicated. So, and I can go down those rabbit holes for the day. I mean, when I get up in the morning and if I start flipping through social media, I could start going, yeah, fuck this, fuck that, especially on when we go on, get the fentanyl topic going and the border crisis and all that stuff, that could send me into a tizzy. But I try to stay out of that stuff. I try to do what I think is right, which is make people fentanyl aware on a lot of these videos. Try to help people getting sober, and try to let people know that, I lost my son at 4 months sober, and if you want to get sober, anything is possible. I mean, anybody can get sober. I mean, we all have it tough in some way or another, and you never know what somebody else is going through. So I try to stay out of all that negative shit, or anything that could spin my head negative. And I start watching shit like Mr. Rogers. So, and it fills my spirit with kindness and love. So I need more of that. I need, I could be very hard and calloused, and I try, I don't want to live that way. I don't want to be one of these grumpy old fucks that have a negative spin on the world. So I'm going to stay positive today. I'm going to honor my son today. Honor his infectious laughter and humor. And, and I'm going to have a good day. I hope you guys do too.